Yo, welcome back to the house where we talk news, celebrities, and hot topics. On today's show, we have the beautiful Real Housewife of Potomac and artist, Candiace Dillard Bassett.
Hi, good morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are.
Good morning. Are you in LA?
I am in LA, yes.
What's going on? What we doing in LA?
A lot. I'm recording new music. So I've been here for a week, working with some really talented producers and writers. Um, Shout out to Triangle Park. They've been awesome. And yeah, just figuring out new sound, um, new vibes, getting out some new frustrations and new new stuff and just putting it down. So it's been a really productive week.
Okay, so we getting a sophomore album.
Well, I don't know if this is a sophomore album because Deep Space was freshman, Deep Space Deluxe was kind of sophomore, or maybe freshman and a half. So this is 2.5, 3 is what you're going to be getting.
Speaking of Deep Space Deluxe, my favorite song is Fine Wine. Love it. When I heard it, I was like, okay, this should have been the single. Why is that not the single, and where's the video?
So it is going to be the single, and visual. We'll see what happens with that. I would love to do a visual. We're kind of figuring out what that looks like vision wise, but yes.
Okay, so you're working on new music. Fine Wine will be the single. We also have the tour. What's going on with that? This is part 2 of the
Yes.
tour.
Yeah, so 2.0, I guess, Deep Space Tour 2.0. Yeah, so we're spreading it out this year. So last year we did back-to-back cities with the tour bus and the whole shebang, and that was a whole experience. But because there's so much going on between now and the fall, it just made more sense to spread everything out. So I kind of kicked it off in Boston. I did a club date there with the men of Melanin Magic. Shout out to them. They were incredible hosts. I'm actually going to be in Pomona, California next week. So I'll be turning around to come back here for 2 dates, April 14th and 15th. And then we have a little break until June, and I'll be at the Fillmore in DC, which I'm really excited about. Um, and then we'll be popping into Nashville, Chicago, Atlanta, St. Louis, Pittsburgh, and New York.
Okay, that's what's up. We're super excited. I want to go ahead and play a game with you called First Word. So I'm going to say a name,
Okay.
and then you give me the first word that pops to your head. Ready?
Okay. I like this game.
All right. First name is Alexia Napola. I think that's how you say it.
Um, Vanna White.
Vanna
She's
White.
very, yeah, she's such a, like, she reminds me of just pageantry, and she's very well dressed.
First word, Donald Trump.
No, thank you. That's
No,
that's two
thank
words,
you.
but no, thank you. Oh no, I have a good one. Jail.
Period. Lock him up.
Yes.
Chloe Bailey.
Um. Oh, I don't have. It's two words. Baby legend.
Baby legend.
She's
Okay, a
she's
word or a
going to be
phrase.
legendary. Yes,
Baby
she's going
legend.
to be legendary. Yeah.
Have you listened to the new album?
Not in its entirety, but what I have heard, I love so far. Cheat Back is a good one. I love
Love.
that song. But yeah, the girls can't take her, and she's unapologetic about the pursuit of just being Chloe, and I love that about her.
Yeah, she's great. What about another artist, Latasha Scott? First word or phrase?
Oh God, you can get me in trouble.
Mm.
I mean, we could say jail.
Oh, okay, not the
Say
Trump
jail again.
treatment. Yikes. Have you been
Yeah.
keeping up with the yeah, go ahead.
Yes, I have. I'm a bit behind. I think I'm one episode behind.
Hmm.
But you know, you get the clips, you get the cliff notes online, and it's honestly really sad to watch a family crumble on national television. Um, and I've had many discussions in many a group chat about, you know, this $30,000, and it's not looking good. It's not looking good
And
for
now the
Latocha.
husband is
And
being
I
accused
kind of
of.
want to, yes, I want to blame her husband. I almost don't put all of the blame on her. I think that she has trusted her husband, which, you know, it's your husband. So of course you're going to trust him and put your faith in him. But I feel like he's led her astray.
How do you feel about the rift between them and SWV? I think SWV just went on to I think it was Jennifer Hudson or Sherry
Jennifer
Shepherd and
Hudson.
said that
Sherry, yes.
yeah, they were like, "Oh, like we don't know if we will work with them again. We don't know how we feel about them." Like it seems like they are not. And then the Twitter beef, it's a lot. Thoughts on that?
Yeah. Well, so there was talk about them going on like a huge tour after the show. And I remember when that fell apart, and it was like, oh, well, dang, like that would have been super dope for them to go. They were going to go like overseas, like international tour. So when that fell apart, I knew that something must have happened. Um, I mean, I think it's sad because you've got these two legendary R&B female R&B groups. I'm a huge R&B fan. SWV and Escape are a huge part of, you know, why I create music and why I do music to this day. So it sucks to see them kind of
Yeah,
not
it's
be
kind of
able to
sad.
figure out how to make it work. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. First word or phrase: Whitney, Heather, bad weather, both of them.
Um, Dysfunction. My sisters, they could not get it together on the girls' trip. Yeah, it was hard to be a part of. We were tired of them screaming about who is more or less Mormon. Yes. But I love them individually.
Right. First word or phrase: Robin Dixon.
Fraud.
Oh, I was not.
Yeah, that's a
Wow.
word.
So wait, are
Yeah.
y'all cool right now? Cause you at the reunion, you were like, I trusted, or last season you said I trusted Robin the most, which I was kind of shocked at. I thought your answer was going to be Wendy. I was like,
Mhm.
okay. So no,
Yeah, a
y'all aren't.
lot has unfolded since then, and yeah, you may or may not see some of that. But yes, she's she flipped. She flipped on me. So, she's a fraud.
Wow. Wow. Maybe it's because you were saying how you felt disappointed. I think you went on to watch What Happens Live and said I was disappointed that she didn't share her life. Maybe she was offended at that. Mm.
Well, before that, even before that,
Okay.
um, some things went on. And then yeah, after that, she may have had feelings about my opinion, but I wasn't the only one that felt that way. And um the way that she chose to hide her real life and allow lies to be perpetuated on our show is fraudulent. And it's effed up.
Juan, he just recently got fired. Any thoughts on that? I heard from the grapevine, I don't know if this is true, that she's blaming the show, the negative attention from the show, you know, on
Oh,
his
wow.
firing. Yeah, I don't know if that's true or not, but
I don't know if that's true either. I won't comment on speculation, but I think it's sad. I I have my feelings about Robin, but Robin is a family woman. She loves her children. She loves her husband. And I hate to see her boys have to witness um their father going through something like this so publicly, especially because, Robin's been very vocal about the fact that they went through a lot many years ago. They lost all their money, they were struggling, and they built themselves back up. They built this new home, and they built a new life together. And it was really sweet to see her children watch that happy ending. And so now for, the turn of events to be that, as young men, to watch their hero um, lose his job in such a public way, I hate to see that. I think it's really sad um, for her children.
Okay. You said that we're gonna see something unfold, which means you'll be back for season 8. I'm assuming.
I didn't say all that.
Okay. All right. So Candiace Dillard will be back for season 8. But what you did say on Girls Trip is that Giselle should leave. I think in a confessional you alluded. I don't know. I forget what y'all was talking about, but you was like, yeah, she need to go. She should go. Are you gonna stick by that?
I mean, Girls Trip and Housewives is a platform where we are supposed to transparently show our real lives. And we are now witnessing are being subjected to, not even witness, it's not even of our own free will. We are being subjected to yet another iteration. Oh, my light just went out. Of Giselle lying and, doing bad acting and being fake. And I'm bored. I'm tired. If you don't have anything real to show us, if you don't have any authentic life to give, then good night.
Okay, so y'all left season 7 where, your husband seemingly apologized, but then y'all came back and y'all had that whole thing where she was, I guess, accusing him of, trying to be alone with her or whatever. And then y'all went on to Girls Trip, and it was a situation where y'all were on FaceTime and she was calling you candy pants. And I think she even said that she loved you. And I was like, what in the hell is going on? So that was kind of confusing for the fans. But I'm assuming that you guys were just shelving that because you didn't see what was on the TV screen, what was going on behind your back. Is that correct?
That's correct. Yes. Um, we shot, we wrapped Potomac, and then 2 weeks later we were packing to go to Thailand. So all I knew was what I had seen, what I had witnessed rather, in scenes that I had with Giselle or that I had with other members of our show. No, I didn't see any of the disgusting, heinous, foul lies that she told and that she embellished behind my back and behind Chris's back. I didn't know any of that. And she hadn't gone on all these interviews and, said all of these crazy things about, which she's still doing. She's still lying. And so, yeah, I always want to try to move forward. And at the time, what I knew, I was still in a place where I could, at least, like you said, shelve my issues. Maybe not let them go completely, but shelve them for, for the greater good. And the greater good at the time was this new adventure, this new trip with all of these new women that I didn't know. And I wanted to go into it optimistically. So that's what you saw.
Yeah. So is it safe to say that you guys have reached the point of no return? Because in the last episode, we see you calling her a green hoe, and then Giselle is calling you a criminal over this Azul bottle that you can get anywhere in the States. So, and then we also saw, I'm assuming months after that, you guys were at the reunion and you dragged her for filth. I mean, Giselle can't even compete with you and your reads. So it was kind of like, is there a way that any sort of relationship can be repaired?
Um, I can't be friends with liars. I can't be friends with um, people who are that pathetic. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm good. I'm good on her.
Oh. All right. Another game. I want to go ahead and play Can You Defend? Okay, shout out to Watch What Happens Live. This is gonna be kind of messy. I'm just gonna let you know right now. Okay. Uh the first one, can you defend I think I know the answer. Can you defend Robin Dixon selling her story for $2.99 on Patreon?
No. I was trying, but no.
I can only imagine how the producers felt. Okay, can you defend you naming Porsha, nicknaming her She'll Take a Man? That's her ladyboy name. Can you defend that?
She'll take a man. Yes, I can. I mean, she took somebody's man. I mean, I'm quoting myself. Yes.
Wow.
She alleges that she didn't, and that's her story. She's sticking to it. She's happily married now, so it's fine. It seems fine. But yes, the story around how they went from not together to together is fuzzy. So,
Do you believe her story?
yes. It's not my business. It's none of my business.
It's not your business. Can you defend Leah calling Alexia's story about the gay husband boring?
Yes, I can. Because one thing about Alexia on that trip, she talked a lot. She was doing a lot of talking, and not all of the conversation held weight or substance. A lot of it was just fluff. And this was one time where um we were maybe already tired of Alexia's talking too much. Because what she was saying at the table was really sad. And it was a story that, that I believe was really traumatic for her. And it was an important part of her life. But we had been listening to her talk like just nonstop
What's interesting
about.
about that is the fact that you guys say that, and then on Miami we see Alexia talking a lot, but on Girls Trip I feel like sometimes Marisol and Alexia aren't even there.
Well, maybe the things they were saying were boring, so they got
Oh,
cut.
okay. Can you defend you calling I think you told Giselle that she had a dwindling uterus? Can you defend the dwindling uterus comment?
Yes,
Oh,
period.
some were saying that was body shaming, Candiace.
Everyone on this show body shames. I will never again defend the way that I respond when everyone on this show and abroad on other shows uses body features to insult people. If you
Okay.
want to zero in on me, you need to examine why you have a problem with me. But the issue is
Right.
not body shame. You have a problem with Candiace.
And can we clear this up? I've been talking to folks and their comeback, like on Twitter and stuff like that, they'll say, how is Candiace saying that Giselle has a dwindling uterus when she's doing IVF and trying to have a baby? And then I'll respond with, well, I think Candiace I could be wrong, but I think you're not wanting to have a child right now, which is the reason why you're doing the IVF, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
One thing about these shows is that they truly expose the incredible ignorance of many of our viewers. And this is one time when it amazes me at how just freely many of you will speak. And then like I would love for some of these people that think they are doctors and lawyers and just the most brilliant minds of our time, how they would fare on television, some of the things that they say. So yes, I brought my egg freezing journey to this platform, to inspire women and to show them that there is another way to plan your family. And there are other resources out there that you may have access to. It's very expensive. IVF is not completely covered by insurance panels.
Right.
My hope would be that we can start more conversations around policy that would inspire change and inspire more insurance companies to want to um, cover IVF and all of its cousins um, outside of just it being an elective procedure. It should be as commonplace as birth control, because yes, I am able to bear children. I have chosen to plan my childbearing years because I'm busy doing other things. And that has nothing to do with a sour, nasty woman's um, penchant for hiding her real life, because her having a hysterectomy is a real story that could have inspired a lot of women and could have endeared the likes of Giselle to a lot of women. But she instead chooses year after year to lie and make up stories. And now it's beyond repair. I think for a lot of us, I've seen and heard from many that we are over it. And um I don't see where people are even interested in hearing about her real life and her story anymore. She's a liar. She belongs on scripted television.
Actress. It's giving actress. Okay, so thank you
It's
for
giving
clearing
actress.
that up. Can you defend Deborah's flirting claims, who you called the Sesame Street character? Obviously not.
I don't acknowledge Sesame Street characters. Yes,
not you
don't
don't
acknowledge.
acknowledge, so y'all haven't seen her. Okay. No season 8 for Miss Deborah. All right. Can you defend, this had me hot and heated, Giselle's bottle fiasco, which we mentioned a while back. Can you defend that?
Yes, I can defend it in that it is more fake news from Giselle. Like, that whole debacle was made up, and it was tired, it was whack, it was yesterday. She was like, she was not really angry about a bottle. She had nothing else to bring to Thailand. It's
Wait, so
more of the
was it really
same for her.
lost? Was the bottle really lost?
So the I I don't know,
Okay.
but I do know that we will learn about the fate of the bottle at the end of this season of Girls Trip
Okay.
3.
Got you. Got you. Yeah, when I was watching that, I was like, okay, I understand being upset. It's the only bottle, I guess, in Thailand, according to her. It took 3 weeks to find. But you, like, I don't know what that was about. They were saying how, I think Leah said that she was only, like, really pushing at you, I guess, to prove you wrong. Is that what you thought as well?
To prove me wrong in
I
what
don't
way?
I don't know. I guess she just wanted to have something with you.
Well, yeah, I think, well, first of all, a black woman accusing other black women of stealing
Larceny.
on national television, of larceny. That is what I said. Yes. It's what I said. She's called Karen Huger a modern day Karen. She's a Karen. That was very Karen of you. That was
Mm,
very white privilege. I'm my things are missing, so someone must have stolen them. It couldn't have
right.
been misplaced or lost, or maybe it got broken and then the house staff threw it away. It couldn't be any of those logical things. It has to be that someone in the house stole it, and I need to search everyone's rooms. Well, who are you? And something similar happened. She pulled something similar to this at our reunion. She misplaced her phone, and she accused a black man of stealing it.
Oh, which
So this
reunion
is
was
what she
this?
does. The most recent one.
Oh wow, a black man, like a
Yeah. So this
production
is
member.
it was someone who was working on the show, is what I will say.
And she
She
ended up.
she blatantly accused this person of stealing her phone. So this is her MO. She wants everybody to be a villain. when she's the actual.
Wow. So, but she
And
ended
then
up
the
finding the
phone was
phone.
found later. Yes, the phone. Well, clearly she's making calls to whoever she's talking to. So
That is
yes, the phone was found.
interesting. So I'm assuming that
So
you can
yeah.
also defend calling her a green hoe.
Oh, absolutely. That was too kind, honestly.
Oh, okay. And then can you defend calling Miss Porsha Williams Guabadia a cyberbully for not tagging you and Leah in the Instagram photo?
Yes, I can. You know, Porsha,
Wow.
like I've said, Porsha is she's really good at playing this like dumb blonde girl. Like she doesn't get it, she doesn't understand. When she's very well aware of her actions and the way that they may or may not have an impact. And I personally, I don't care that I wasn't tagged in her photo. I didn't even realize that I wasn't tagged until um, Leah told me about it. And you know, that's her choice. I think I posted the picture and I didn't tag anyone because I didn't want to go through having to find everybody's names and tag everybody. So my philosophy is tag everyone or tag no one. But it was a very clear um, move to not tag the two of us because she knew that the fans would, you know, click on the photo and see, oh, these two aren't tagged. So she must be having beef with these two. And it was just a whack move that she knew would create dust. And it was another form of bullying. Her and Giselle were bullies that whole trip. And this was her being a cyberbully.
Damn, maybe it was out of retaliation because you called her, she'll take a man. She ain't like that.
Okay. Well, then she should say that and not say, I just didn't want to. I just didn't want to. Like, keep it real. Keep it
mm,
100. Because I would have appreciated that. I could have understood that.
right. Um, I was actually quite disappointed because it kind of seems to me, and this is just my personal opinion. When Porsha was announced, of course, there was a lot of fodder. Oh my God, how are Porsha and Candiace going to get along? And
Yeah.
especially during this last episode, it was like, oh my, it was so entertaining. It was so good. But I thought to myself, oh my God, like Candiace and Porsha played into this predictable storyline that we all thought was going to happen. You end up during I think it's been 5 episodes, you've end up calling Porsha, you said she acts dumb, that she's passive aggressive, that she's a petty, toxic bitch.
I don't know that I called, and I don't want to, you know, get on production's bad side. But when I saw that clip, that's not something that I would have said about the petty toxic bitch part. I
Okay.
don't know that I was referring to Porsha. That's
Okay.
something that I would use to refer to Giselle.
Giselle. Okay.
Porsha is not toxic. She's petty, but I don't think that I was referring to Porsha when
Okay.
called her a petty toxic bitch. And if I had, I would own that because I own that she was being passive aggressive and whatever else you said, I said. But I don't Portia's not a bitch. She's silly and petty, but she's not a bitch. Giselle is a bitch. So, but what was the rest of the question?
So what was it? I'm assuming you guys are okay. Obviously, you went to her wedding. What was it about
Yeah.
Porsha? Like, what was the connecting moment? Because I was sad
So
that it didn't happen
we
sooner. I'm like, we're 5 episodes
right.
in and you guys are still beefing.
Yeah. I think so we had a lot of sort of off camera time or like downtime in between when they're carting us from one place to another or getting the cameras and the lights and all that set up. So in between scenes, we just started laughing and giggling about dumb stuff.
Mm,
Um, and it was never really deep for me with Porsha. Like once we talked out the the thing that everybody knew we were going to talk about her lying about me trying to sue people for money for my down payment on my house. Once all that was sort of out and blew away, there's nothing really deep with her. Porsha's not a mean-spirited person. She's not from my purview. I don't see her as someone who um is has, ulterior motives or is mean or nasty. I think she's just a little passive aggressive and, tries to act dumb. But it was never nothing was ever deep for me that I couldn't
Get
laugh
over.
with her.
Got you.
And she's a fun girl to be around. She's a really funny girl to be around, and she actually has a sweet disposition. Um, I I hated that we even had to have beef, but I was going to address the things that needed to be addressed. So once they were addressed, let's move on. And as long as you're not, being nasty or don't start none, won't be none, essentially. And Porsha didn't want to, we talked about this too, like she didn't want to fight with me and I didn't want to fight with her. We both talked about that off
Okay.
camera.
Okay. Well, you guys are definitely, I would say, you, Giselle, and Portia have dominated this girls' trip. It's great. The season is great. Who have you come out of
Thank you.
it being closest to?
Um, I'm really better friends. We were already good friends, but I'm better friends with Leah. I talk to her a lot. We check in a lot. Heather and Whitney, I love. They're as people, as women, they're really sweet, really fun girls. I actually just did a promo for Girls Trip with Marisol, and I love Marisol. She's actually really sweet and hilarious.
Okay, so that's
Um,
good.
so
Did you see her
yeah,
throwing all that shade at you? Did you see when y'all were
yeah,
at the
I
lunch?
did.
Okay, this kind of gagged
Uh-huh.
me. When you were, I forgot what you said. I think you were like fake crying. You and Portia were going back and
Yes.
forth, and Marisol was like, "Oh, she's weird," and I was like, "What?" How do you
Yeah.
feel about those
I
moments? Like when you watch it back and it's like, "Girl, you said that."
yeah, you said that. No. I don't take that personally because it's hard for me to take things personally from people who don't want it from me.
Oh, okay.
I like
Mm.
that was cute. That was cute. Okay, Marisol, you threw me a softball. That was nice.
Some
You
folks
had
were
to get
saying
it
that they
in.
don't have as much camera time because they don't want to ruffle any feathers because they know they can't take you and the rest of the girls. That's what I
Yeah,
heard.
I think that's true. I think that's true. And I respect that. Like, cuz I don't want to have to go there. But if you want to listen, like I always say, I need to put it on a shirt. My porch light is always on. I'm always home. So if you want to come rat-a-tat-tat on my door, we can do that. But you have to be a worthy opponent, right? And that was a softball. I don't need to be mad about it. And then it's
Right.
over. It already happened. It is
Got
what it
you.
is.
I got you. All right, Candice. So we have the Fine Wine single. We have the Deep Space Deluxe. We have the tour coming out. What else are you doing?
I just wrapped in February, at the end of February, a feature film for BET.
Okay.
Um, so that will be coming out this summer sometime. And then we'll be gearing up to start shooting season 2 of Hush, which was my
All black.
first scripted
Right.
series on All Black. Yep. You can catch up on season 1 of Hush on All Black now. Yeah. So, and then I just had a meeting about another feature that we're still that's still in pre-production. But that's something that I could be gearing up to shoot later this year. Um, at tour and music, and I'm sure there'll be other things
We
that
love it.
that come my way. Yeah.
We love to see it. Well, thank you, Candiace, so much. I know you've been super busy with the music and stuff like that out there in LA, so I do appreciate you stopping by.
Thank you. And please, please, please continue streaming Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip Season 3 on Peacock. The
Yes.
next one drops Thursday. I think that's the last one. Final episode is next Thursday.
6 episodes?
I think it's 6. Yep. I know.
Wow, I'm mad. I'm mad.
I'm sad. I mean, we had enough drama for 8, honestly, but
Right.
it's up to the people.
It
So
was
so
really
make sure you
good.
stop it up with a biscuit. Take it all
And,
in.
and we ready for season 8.
Season 8. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
You is not saying nothing. I love it. All right, thank you, Candiace.
Thank you. Have a good one.